Hello and welcome everyone to this yet another video of the iPad Only book. We are the co-authors of the iPad Only book. My name is Sliwinski.
And I'm Augusto Pinaud. And in this video, we're going to talk about a darling. And a darling in the writing world is defined as something that you love and sometimes you need to kill. This particular case, we're not killing this application because it was an application that changed everything on the iPad for me. I love the iPad, but when I first got my iPad, typing it was a problem. I'm a fast typist on a regular keyboard, and I was typing on the screen when I did the first test. I think was less than 20 words per minute. No, I think it was slower than that actually. Okay, it was really painful. It was painful. There was so many mistakes, so many things. It was really painful. It was even to the point that I was thinking on giving up the iPad. And a friend of mine talking about this, and he told me, well, what you need, obviously it was the obvious answer, but I couldn't figure it out by myself. And he said, why you don't try an application that teaches you to type?
Yeah. So let me get this, because there's this slogan for the Apple, it's coining in the iOS. There is an app for that. So just for a second before we continue, how many times in last year when I was looking at iPad only, being the guy who works only on the iPad, I didn't, and I needed a solution, I forgot about it. There must be an app for that. And usually there was, when I got to searching for it, usually there was an app for that. So again, as you said, you have a problem. Instead of, just complaining about it, you should have found an app for that. So your friend just told you about it, right?
That's exactly what happened, and I did not thought on that opportunity about there is an app for that. And I got this little unassuming application called TapTyping and start practicing. And I quickly went from those 20 to 60 to 65 words per minute. And I can really work the screen of the iPad, no problem. Not only that, recently when I got my iPad mini, I discovered the same problem. Given the starter point was much better, because when I did the first test on the iPad mini, it was around 40 words per minute. That's a little bit better, but I've been practicing and getting better. No, I don't hit yet the 60 to 65 words that I can do on the iPad, on the big iPad, or what I can do on a regular keyboard, but it's getting better, and I have no doubt that pretty soon I will be able to type at a pretty reasonable speed. And I know you struggle with the same thing, even having an application for that.
Yeah, the thing is that I'm also a touch typist, and I'm not as fast as you are. I'm around 60 words per minute on the regular keyboard, but it's because I've never been practicing it to really make it a better skill, but I should actually. But it was about 60 words per minute. But again, for me, the first game changer with the tap typing was the fact that I didn't believe you could touch type on the screen. I mean, touch typing means you don't look at the keyboard. You just put, because there's no feel, there is no feedback, right, from the glass. I mean, the glass doesn't pop up like the keys like the keys do. So I thought it's impossible to touch type. And right now on the screen, on the iPad screen, I get 50 words per minute, which for me is just a little bit less than my 60 words per minute on the regular keyboard. So I'm just a little bit slower on the iPad screen. And when we have to think about it, there is also the text correction, so the spell checker and all this stuff on the iPad. So it's really, and there are some really cool tricks how you can use some things without without getting to another keyboard. So anyway, I was surprised that you can actually really touch type on the screen without the feedback from the keyboard, and it works pretty well.
Yep, and if you are like many struggling with typing on the iPad, I cannot recommend this application enough. Again, this application changed how I interact with my own iPad. This application changed the fact that I now just grab this and leave. I don't need to think about packing keyboard or anything because I know I can type fast enough that just the iPad will do. And I think that is powerful enough for me.
Yes, and let's leave our viewers with another message. In this digital age right now, I know. I mean, this is not Space Odyssey. Although you can talk to the machine, the voice recognition still needs some work and still clunky and still not very natural. So the base, I mean, almost everyone right now needs to type a lot. Emails, everything, you need to type, right? Of course, if you do emails on the iPad and you do it on the iPad screen, you will quickly figure out that you will type shorter emails, which is also a good thing. But anyway, you have to type a lot. So please, by all means, even if you are not going to plan to be iPad only as we are, learn how to type. Get an app like TapTyping or something else to teach you how to type. It's a skill that in the long run really pays off. I mean, this is something you should really do. This is why, for example, we did the same thing. We got the TapTyping app. We decided to dedicate hours to TapTyping because we know how it pays off in the future.
And before we close this video, I want to close with the following comment. People who is struggling and wants to get 2 more hours per day, so that means 10 hours per week, can get those 10 hours just by learning to type in most cases. Most people type much slower than what they think they type, and learning to type will create around 2 hours per day of free time. You can use it for work, but you can also use it for something else and have more fun. So even the iPad with typing can create more fun.
Just think about it, when we started typing on the iPad, 20 words per minute, now 60 or more. So it's 3 times faster. 3 times, not 20% faster. 3 times faster, 300% faster. As you said, 2 more hours, easy. Okay. That was the iPad only video and iPad only recommendation to learn to type, even on the iPad screen. It was Michael Sliwinski, the co-author.
Augusto Pinaud. Thank you very much.
Thank you.